for those that do know me and watch the show and watching on YouTube, whatever it might be, or even listen to my shows as well, they understand that I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. Basketball team number 2 in the nation. They should be number 1. This subject is not going to go into that, but they should be number 1. Like, they have the toughest schedule out of the top 3 teams between Baylor, Gonzaga, and Michigan. The basketball team should be number 1. So don't give me any of that, Gonzaga should be number 1. Like, why? Sorry, but Michigan should be number 1, but they're number 2. Fine, I'll take it for now. All that matters is the tournament, and that's all I care about. So let's go to the football team, though. Since Harbaugh has arrived at Michigan, he has had quite a few transfers. Transfers in, transfers out. Transfers in, he's had Jake Rudock, Shea Patterson, John O'Korn, and now we have another transfer in. His name's Alan Bowman, Texas Tech quarterback. I think he had 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions last year. His career stats is 33 touchdowns in 19 games. And he's a seasoned quarterback in the Texas Tech air raid offense, which, yeah, I mean, that's all Texas Tech would do is just throw the football, right? But let's think about who he's had leave. Dylan McCaffrey, Brandon Peters, Joe Milton, Wilton Spates. He's had quite a few guys leave. Now, all those guys that I actually have named have played. Wilton Spates was a starting quarterback. 2016, I've said this before, was Michigan football's best team with Harbaugh as a coach. Don't care what anyone says. JT Barrett was short. I always say that. But that was the best team that Michigan's ever had with Harbaugh. Right? Next. And then the next year was hurt. John O'Korn played, didn't do anything. And then Shea Patterson was coming in. So with Shea Patterson coming in, Wilton Spates said, I'm gone. It was just that simple. Once someone comes in, everyone leaves. Dylan McCaffrey, Joe Milton. When Shea Patterson was gone, those 2 guys were fighting for the spot, right? So one of those guys had to get the starting job. And Joe Milton had won it, and Dylan McCaffrey left. That's what it came down to. If Dylan McCaffrey would have been the starting quarterback, he would have stayed, and Joe Milton left. It's actually somebody that I talked to quite a bit about the Michigan football team, one of my coworkers. And we talk about it, and I always say, we said before that even happened, we said, whoever won the job, the other one was going to transfer. It's just that simple. And Joe Milton is still transferring after a year. Still transferring. I don't know how I feel about Alan Bowman. I get Texas Tech, air raid offense, guy has experience throwing the football. He is probably the most seasoned quarterback between Cade McNamara, J.J. McCarthy, the true freshman coming in, and Alan Bowman. He is the most senior of the quarterbacks. I don't know how I feel about it. I understand that Harbaugh is supposed to be the quarterback guru, right? We all, as Michigan fans, we're waiting for him to show us that quarterback that he molded into this, right? Now, Jake Rudock, the year that we had Jake Rudock, he was solid actually. He was he started off slow, but he really came on towards the second half of the season is when he really started to go at quarterback. Okay, so he was good. Then Wilton Spates, solid. Again, now a transfer. Shea Patterson, his first year, we were good. Lost to Ohio State, again, but we were good. Then the next year was Shea, kind of took a downfall. I don't know about Alan Bowman. And let me just comment on the staffing that Harbaugh has done. He's brought in quite a bit of talent as far as the coaching. He's brought in guys with NFL experience, which is great for recruiting. We can bring in talent. And I like that because, and Ohio State fans, I've said it so many times, just deal with it because I've said it so many times. I'm a Michigan fan by heart. I love my team. I hate Ohio State, as they should hate Michigan. Duh. But I'm Michigan fans. We have to understand we are not on Ohio State's level. We're just not. This team is not right now. We are not at the level of Ohio State. 2016, we were. Right now, we're not. We're just not. At this second, we are not at the same level as Ohio State. Going back to the quarterbacks, Alan Bowman, Cade McNamara, J.J. McCarthy. Cade McNamara was only good for like a game. Okay, well, actually, so he had a great game again. He had a great throw against Wisconsin. He led the comeback against Rutgers. And then he played against Penn State and didn't do anything, got hurt, and that was it. The season was done after that game. So there's not much you really see, like you know about Cade McNamara. J.J. McCarthy, 5-star quarterback, top 2 dual-threat quarterback, I believe, in the country. I could be wrong. He's an elite quarterback. Does Harbaugh give him the reins in year 1? It's unlike Harbaugh to give a true freshman a starting gig. He hasn't done that yet. So we don't know if that'll ever happen. Alan Bowman, most experienced out there of all the quarterbacks. Does he get the job? I personally, I don't know how these guys look in spring practice. I haven't seen a spring game, obviously. None of that stuff. I'm sure that I doubt the spring game will happen. Well, if it does happen, I doubt there'll be fans there. I'm sure that maybe they'll have family like they've done with the season. Because technically, if they're practicing against each other all the time, they can play a spring game against each other. What does it matter? You know, that's kind of my thing with like having that spring game or any spring game. Again, these guys are practicing and you're playing. Like spring games, you just play against who you practice. So that'd be cool to see. I just don't know how I feel about Alan Bowman. I don't know who he is. I don't know who they are. I don't know who the team's looking. How the team's looking right now. But I know that Alan Bowman is experienced at a quarterback, and I'm just telling myself he's experienced. He's got experience. He's got experience. Does experience always mean that they're the best person for the job? No, it doesn't. I wonder if Harbaugh, I don't know how the whole transfer process works. I don't know if it's like the coach can choose, oh yeah, come on, I would love to have you, come on in. I don't know how that works. But for Michigan's point and for Michigan's sake, I hope they really, really get somebody and get the quarterback position established for this coming season.